Hi everyone, welcome to CEO Meets. I'm delighted to be joined today by Duncan Berry from spa810. Welcome, Duncan.
Thank you, Pip. Good to see you.
So, first and foremost, the key question, what does spa810 do?
So spa810 provide non-invasive results-driven treatments. They are ones which are freezing fat. We do laser hair removal. We will do aesthetic injectables, massage, and other facials as well. And we're actually also looking to introduce skin tightening. So I rather thought that if I was going to look to invest in a master franchise to bring over to the UK, it would probably pay to get into one that I've got a vested interest in looking younger, or 10 years younger at least, by virtue of being around these treatments all the time, which I think franchisees would benefit from as well.
You just stole my joke, I was going to say. So basically, you can make me look more beautiful than I already do.
if that were possible, but yeah, no, it's one that the clients we have get a tremendous result from the treatments that we provide. It's an investment that they make into themselves, feeling good, restoring self-confidence in large parts. And you know, we've got FDA approved devices that we're using, so very high-end devices to make sure the results are there, but set into a 5-star surroundings in terms of the spa fit out that we can provide. So yeah, it's something which the clients are very much enjoying because it's also accessible to them. You know, we're a destination. We don't need to be on the high street. We're not in shopping malls, but we have a very good destination for them.
Fab. So you touched on the fact it's a master franchise. Talk to us a bit about that journey for you.
It's been a challenge, in all honesty. So we began the training back in about November 2018 when we were over in the US. We took our manager there with us. And during that period, we actually learned that our franchisor actually was going through a Chapter 11 bankruptcy over there. So we were faced with a bit of a challenge in terms of do we continue? But we were very positive towards how we saw the brand in the UK. And we committed to our lease here in Harrogate, as well as the master franchise agreement. So yeah, it's been a journey that, given 20 years that I've had in franchising, I wasn't expecting, but like anything, you have to adapt and roll with it. And I'm absolutely delighted that, you know, our year one figure of 290,000 gross turnover was fantastic from a standing start in Harrogate, 75,000 population, with new product, you know, new treatments that we're able to provide the market, and have been really well taken up. So yeah, it's been a journey, I can tell you. Yeah.
Well, it's very different for you. And you said, like, you know, you've obviously brought the experience to the marketplace. So you've been running one yourself over the course of the last year or so. Many challenges, obviously, because you haven't been able to operate with COVID. What's it been like coming out of that now? You've got the roadmap out. Positive journey for you now?
Yeah, fingers are all crossed. It's been a very positive one from when we were able to reopen like other non-essential businesses on the 12th of April. We were very busy having to rebook in those clients from the first sort of January, February times. And the number of new inquiries has been fantastic. So I was looking at it on the day we opened, we had £35,000 in advance bookings just for April, which was fantastic. Wow. And despite us having to have been temporarily closed during COVID, we did just over 80% of our turnover in year two of year one. You know, so we were resilient, which was great. And yeah, we're seeing people come back in large numbers, wanting to get those treatments, continue those course of treatments. We have a membership model as well, so we're delighted to welcome our members back into the business. So yeah, it's been very positive from that point of view, and lovely to see, you know, such a breadth of inquiries come in for all the treatments that we're doing.
So next stage for you is all about recruitment, I'm guessing, and getting your first kind of official franchisee on board. What's the pipeline looking like of people interested in this?
Yeah, it's looking good. The frustration for me was that clearly COVID took us back a little bit in terms of those plans, but we're now working with a new franchisee for a site over in Chester. I'm meeting with some new franchisees who've expressed an interest in being with us over in Manchester, which is great. We've now got a couple of other individuals coming up in the next 4 weeks who are looking at sort of North London areas, home counties as well. So it's very positive. I think what they like about the model is the fact that this is a business that they can own 100% of. It's their franchise, their business. The relative setup costs are very competitive, but they also, I think, like the fact we can be cross-selling our treatments. You know, we're not a one-trick pony in terms of what we offer. Any client, any member has an opportunity of having a number of different treatments with us, so the revenue streams with that are really positive. And so, yeah, that's something that these prospects are really taking on board.
So the prospects sound like they're really keen. You've been in franchising a long time. If you were to give some of these prospects top tips on key things that they should be asking, either yourself or any other franchisor, in case they don't fancy going into your sector, what would your tips be?
I think they need to be asking for a lot of transparency in terms of the business model that they're going to be provided with, the support that they're going to be getting. You know, I want to make a point of making sure that from a financial perspective, they are given a very comprehensive sort of overview of what an illustration would look like for the business for the first couple of years. I think that's important for them to understand, you know, what the setup costs are going to be, what the trading performance typically would look like, and in between what costs there may be that happen between signing the franchise agreement and actually getting the doors open. So I think they need to be asking questions around that, which is absolutely fine. Getting comfortable with the business model and also feeling that this is a business they see themselves in as well, that they're comfortable about, you know, investing within this sector, any sector, to be fair, that they're looking to get involved in. Can they see themselves doing it? Are they motivated to get up and get in and motivate the team when things won't go as well as happens? You know, that's just the nature of it. Will they still be motivated and want to grow it? So I think, yeah, there's sort of plenty of questions, research they can do around, as I say, the finances, the model, what is it that we can do to support them. And we've learned, as you mentioned, in terms of the pilot that we've learned here in Harrogate, we made mistakes. You know, we've learned that, but that's the point of doing a pilot. And we are able then to be able to say, look, this is what we did wrong, but how we put it right, so that you don't then have to make the mistakes that we did. And I think there's an awful lot of credibility that comes with having that opportunity to say that to prospective franchisees, and as I say, really let them come in, let them experience a treatment firsthand, which, you know, tends to go down pretty well, as another good reason to come to Harrogate, and meet the team, and as I say, get a good feel for what they'd be getting involved in.
Well, due diligence is absolutely key in whatever business someone's going into. What would you, if you had to pick one key attribute, well, one thing that is the golden bullet for you in what you're looking for in every potential franchisee, what is that attribute for spa810?
I think that attribute is really looking at working well in partnership with with myself, with Tanya, with the team. And they have that they're buying into it, into the brand, into the model. There is that willingness to overcome challenges. You know, I'm not going to try and let them know it's plain sailing. I think that attribute of being able to make sure that challenges will come, hard work is required, how we work together to basically overcome those, I think is important. I think and so the attribute as well is taking a look at us and feeling, look, you know, you're in this for at least 5 years. We want to work well as a partnership. Can you feel that, you know, we are people that, because of our transparency and openness as to how the business is operated from our experiences, you feel that, you know, you will have that support and feel comfortable working with us in the long term, and also, you know, having those prospective franchisees and those ultimately franchisees who are comfortable enough to know we'll have some challenging conversations as much as we're going to have positive conversations, because that happens in franchising, and in a partnership you get through that.
Bit like a marriage, isn't it? So you have your ups and downs, but ultimately it's a long-term thing that you hope doesn't end. But well, Duncan, sorry, go on.
No, you're right. It is that marriage, and fundamentally, both parties are looking to take a leap of faith on one another, and that's irrespective of the brand or the sector that you're looking to get involved in. And I think, you know, certainly from my length of time in franchising, there will be people who surprise you in terms of how they come through it. But for me, you know, coming back to it, it's that attribute that they are buying into it. They're passionate about wanting to build their own business, and they recognise that when there are challenges, let's see how we can work together to overcome those. And fundamentally, you know, make sure that the investment they've made into a spa810 is ultimately going to be successful and get them what they want really from that journey.
Fab. Duncan, thanks so much for your time. It's lovely to catch up with you. We're really super proud to have been on your journey from the very start through UK developer and now into membership. So congratulations on the milestones you're achieving. We look forward to seeing where you go to in your next steps.
Many thanks, Pip. No, good to talk. Thank you so much.